Hey there, I'm John.
And I'm Josh.
Week 5, 2022 college football season. What do we think is going to happen here?
I think it's a good week of football.
I think so too.
Lots of ranked matchups that we're going to get to talk about.
There's a lot of games Thursday and Friday night.
Yeah.
There's a lot of games. But we're just going to talk about one of those, and that's the San Diego State at Boise State.
All right.
There's a lot to be said about Boise State right now.
I'm going to try to do it quick, concise. Here we go. Boise State offensively, worst they've ever been.
Yeah.
Fired offensive coach Tim Plow last week after the loss to UTEP. Hired Dirk Cutter, who is a previous NFL coach at Boise a long time ago. His son is actually a wide receiver at Boise right now. We're hoping he can potentially do something to kind of spark the offense. I don't have any expectations for him to do it quickly, though. I think it's unrealistic to see us walk into a game here with 1 week of preparation and have a new kind of offense that plays. That's not how this works.
Yeah.
Hank Bachmeier. Rumors are he was transferring. Maybe he's not transferring. Boise honestly doesn't know.
Yeah.
The one bright side is...
His mom says he's not.
Yeah, supposedly. Well, one bright side is, if there's an offense worse than Boise, even after all this, it's San Diego State.
Yeah.
All right? I mean, I'm talking... I thought Boise's was painful to watch. I watched some highlights of San Diego State. It's worse. It's actually worse than Boise's offense.
Wow.
So, I do think potentially Boise can bounce back here, but I honestly have zero expectations. I'm just hoping we get a bowl game this year. Okay,
Yeah.
That's my new goal. Bowl game. Go Broncos.
Okay. Number 15, Washington is going to be at undefeated UCLA. This is interesting. It's interesting. UCLA is not ranked at all.
They haven't really played anybody.
That is
Washington.
That is a reason.
Demolished. Was it Michigan State?
Yes.
But now we know Michigan State's not that great.
They're not
they
that
got
great.
demolished by everyone's
Yeah.
demolishing Michigan
Yeah.
State. So here's my expectations for this game. I do think Washington wins, but I think it's going to be close. I think it's going to be a pretty close game. UCLA, Chip Kelly. You never know what you're going to get.
Yeah. All right. Then number 4, Michigan's going to be at Iowa, and this one I'm not sitting here thinking, oh, Iowa's got a chance. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Speaking of disastrous offenses, Iowa is coming into this game. Their only loss is technically to Iowa State, which is a rivalry game. So you kind of have to have a little bit of a leeway, I guess, there. Rivalry games, you never know what's going to happen. But I expect Michigan to run over Iowa. I mean, just
I think
run them over. Yeah.
Number 9, Oklahoma State's going to be at number 16, Baylor.
I expect Oklahoma State to win this game. Apparently, Baylor's favored. I think home field advantage always on Vegas odds and everything plays in fairly heavily.
Yeah.
I really do think Oklahoma State beats Baylor and stays undefeated.
Oklahoma State's playing really well.
Yeah.
So I think that's very likely. Okay, number 2, Alabama is going to face number 20, Arkansas. So outside of Alabama starting off with Texas, this is probably one of the biggest games they've played so far this season
For sure.
And
this is Arkansas coming off of that close loss to Texas A&M.
Yes.
I don't know if maybe they started looking ahead because they got that quick lead or something, but man, they wish they could be undefeated going into this game. So that's tough for them. Curious, at Arkansas, can KJ Jefferson and the Arkansas team compete against Alabama?
Yeah, it really just depends. I mean, if Alabama plays like they did last week,
probably
it'd be hard for them to compete. But LSU is going to be at Auburn. All right, so
LSU is coming off of their demolishing win against Mississippi State. Auburn's coming off of
the
their squeaky, embarrassing win against Missouri.
Yeah,
it's at Auburn.
Yeah.
I expect LSU to win this.
I think LSU is going to win too.
Yeah, because
I'm seeing some pretty good stuff out of LSU.
Yeah, honestly, at the beginning of the season they kind of disappointed, but ever since they've played solid football.
They have been playing solid, and Auburn has not.
No,
so
not even a little.
Number 7 Kentucky is going to be at number 14 Ole Miss. Number 7 Kentucky.
Remember, some of the hype of Kentucky came from them beating Florida early on, and now we know Florida.
Yeah.
Maybe not as good as we initially thought they were, right? So, can Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, you gotta love Lane Kiffin, come defend their own home, right? I think it's big that it's at Ole Miss.
It's quite possible.
I actually, again, think if this is another team that's favored, even though they're lower ranked. Ole Miss is favored to win this one. And I think I'm going to agree. I think Ole Miss wins at home and beats Kentucky.
I think it's very possible. Number 22, Wake Forest is going to be at number 23, Florida State. Wow. Here we go. Another ACC battle.
Can you believe Florida State's undefeated? I mean, Florida State fans, just brace yourselves. You're still Florida State. You never know what's going to happen. Y'all could lose the rest of the games for the season for all you know.
Yeah.
But I do think Florida State somehow pulls this one off.
Do you?
Beats Wake Forest. I know Wake Forest looked really solid against
Even with the
Clemson
loss to
last week,
Clemson,
but
yeah.
I do think Florida State wins this game, especially
I'm
at
sort
home.
of giving the nod to Wake Forest.
I think it's going to be a packed house.
I think it's going to be close.
I'm telling you, I really think
This
it's
could
going to
be a good battle.
game, and Florida State wins.
Of course, Wake Forest is coming off a major battle.
Yeah, you know they're beat.
like
They're
good
tired.
grief. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll see. Number 18, Oklahoma is going to be at undefeated TCU.
This is a must bounce back win.
It is a must bump, but TCU could give them trouble.
TCU can always give trouble. You never know what's going to happen when it comes to TCU. I do think Oklahoma wins.
Okay.
I'd just be surprised if they didn't.
All right. Have you got any upset wins for us this week?
Yeah, I've only got one upset so far this year, which, we're entering week 5, so that means I'm 1 for 7.
Yeah.
I'm picking Oregon State again. They were so close last week against USC.
They were.
I think they go in and beat a worse team than what USC is in Utah. And I think they, at Utah, number 12 Utah, I think Oregon State wins.
Okay. All right. What else?
Let's go on to the ACC. Probably one of the biggest matchups of the week.
It probably is.
NC State at number 5, Clemson. Here's my opinion.
Okay.
DJ, I'm sorry. You're just not it, Chief. You're not great at. Every time I watch Clemson's offense and him play, he'll have like 1 or 2 moments where I'm like, okay, maybe he can do something. And the rest of the game, there's no management. There's no. Just kind of seems like he's a deer in the headlights to me. I just don't think he's going to be what Clemson needs him to be. I think NC State, all in all, is actually a more solid team.
Okay.
So NC State beats Clemson at home.
All right.
At Clemson's home, to be clear.
Yeah, that is, that's very clear. Okay, so that's what we're expecting from week 5. Stick around to find out what the results are.
Go Broncos.